we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Up next, one team's name will join NFL immortality at the end of tonight's battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
They motion the tight end over. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
All I could tell him there was good luck. You get a safety all over a run like that, they could just smell it like a shark with blood in the water. And you feel fortunate if you're even able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Getting out to him, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send them off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing them up with a sack, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
The Chiefs looking to punt on fourth down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. He'll start from the 39. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in, but it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
He gets 6 on that play, and that's good for an Eagles first down. They stick with Gainwell. He still has room inside the 30. And he has it down to the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Again, this is Gainwell. Still has room inside the 15. Runs it in for the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Well, Brock, we normally talk about complimentary football at some point every week. So how about the way they've begun this one, huh? Force a punt and then cash it in for 6 on their opening drive.
Do we do it every game?
It feels like it. Almost every game, yeah.
I think you're right. Because that's what the NFL is about. We all know the margins are so small in this league. And the team that typically plays the complimentary ball is typically the team that wins.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Hardman with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Brought down by Jalen Carter. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle.
That's a defense's goal right off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the stick.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Starts the return at the 34. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Eagles will take possession. Now for the 2nd time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Here's a give inside to Gainwell. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. And it's a fake. They only need a couple of inches. And they get to it just in time. Another step or two, and that fake would have moved the chains. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. On to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they're going to take over possession. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 1-yard gain on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Slot man motioned over. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. He puts some power on a deep one left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. So that brings up second down. Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Stopped on the play by Big Chris Jones.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it a couple of yards, and it's 4th down and 5.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. That's the end of one here in Super Bowl 59. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to New Orleans right after this. Welcome back. The team is set, so let's get back to it. Second quarter of Super Bowl 59 from New Orleans. They'll have it here after forcing that punt to end the first. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Darius Slay with the stop.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach or play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Blitz coming, Mahomes. To the ground it goes, that's incomplete. Pride connected with Xavier Worthy there. And it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing again, Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy, right side. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Escape. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. So on 4th down, out comes Matt Ariza to boot it away. Back deep for the Eagles, Britton Covey. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And not only does he go in the wrong direction, but he's stopped for a net loss on the return. The Eagles and Kenneth Gainwell ready for their next possession. New series coming up following the punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Gainwell. Escapes a defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they bring him down around the 34. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. Short side option here. He's running left. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Handoff here to Gainwell. And he's brought down for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run, well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
On the handoff, here's Gainwell. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 4 yards narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on 4th down. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And it stays a 1-possession game at 7 points.
Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
He throws a bullet deep to the...